Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. I hope you're doing well. We're going to do your daily energy and advice reading. Hit that like button for me, guys, if you haven't already. And thank you, as always, for everything you do, for your comments, for subscribing, sharing the videos, your donations. Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles. So there's some good news coming in for some of you to do with your money or to do with your business or to do with resources of some kind, something that allows you to do what you want to do the way you want to do it, okay? And that leads you to walking away from something with the Eight of Cups in pursuit of this new thing, right? Or in pursuit of what you really want to do, because now you have the money or now you have the resources or the approvals that you needed, okay? That could also be to do with relocation. It could be to do with paperwork of any kind. It could also be to do with hearing someone's single and now you're like, oh, okay, let me message that person. The Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands there. All right, so let's see. For my subscribers, what is the day about? Daily energy and advice for my subscribers. And stay tuned for the weekly. I did not get a chance to do anything at the weekend, but we're going to catch up and do the best we can. Okay. So let's see, daily energy and advice for my subscribers. What's the energy and advice for my subscribers for the day? For our highest good. Okay. All right. Did you guys have a good weekend? What'd you get up to? Anything fun? Let's see. Okay, so the first card that we have representing the influence of the past on our current situation, what has happened before. What is happening as you're coming into the day or into the reading? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Also focus on long-term goals. Very practical energy, a nurturing time. Taking things one at a time. Taking things one step at a time. Working towards a goal. Working towards a plan. Working towards a strategy. And just taking your time with things. In today's energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is... it could be reaching a new level on a plan, reaching a new level on within an investment or something you're trying to achieve, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles. There's a new energy, could be new, learning something new, doing some training, learning a new skill, polishing up a skill, right? Or like I say, it's like, okay, this is the plan, these are the steps, we've completed this section, now we can move on to this section. So technically you're starting something new, but at the same time it's still part of this long-term strategy of yours, right? A day to focus on the details, a day to do the best you can with every situation, to take your time, don't rush, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles today, don't rush. If it's about doing things, making decisions, take your time, look at the details, look at things in perspective. It's not just about what's going to work best for us in the next 5 minutes. It's what's going to be the best decision or the best course of action in the long run, okay? Always bring it back to your goal. Always bring it back to your plan and where you want to be, okay? And that'll make your decisions easier in terms of, is this going to take me towards my goal or is this going to take me away from my goal, in which case it's a distraction, right? Where things are headed, we have the Devil. Interesting. Now, this could be materialism. This could be, it's intense focus. It's anything taken to a slight extreme, right? It can be unhealthy, but in this context, it's a focus on the details. But then there's this cautioning of how far you take it. Don't allow things to become obsession. Okay, also don't pigeonhole yourself is what I hear. So keep an open mind in terms of how you do things. So for example, something could still be taking you towards your goal, but it's slightly different than what you anticipated in terms of how you make it happen. So it's important to keep an open mind and see the possibilities in things and make decisions, again, based on that, because there is a tendency here towards perfectionism, but the unhealthy kind, right? Okay. Obsession, which leads to always feeling frustrated, always feeling like you're not good enough. It's still not good enough, you know? So It's important to maintain a balance today. It can be a very productive day if we maintain that healthy balance of, yes, I'm going to focus on the details and take my time with things, but I'm not going to be so focused on the details that I miss the big picture. Does that make sense? So it's a bit of a tricky energy. And look, we have slow and steady with number 12. And you know the saying, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, again, take your time with things. Make sure things are accurate, correct. This is also an energy of, you may have to be the difficult one in a situation if people are trying to rush things, because you're going to want to be focused on the details. And that's nothing wrong with that approach, right? Especially if it's contracts and paperwork and documents. For example, I'm seeing a scenario where names are spelled incorrectly, numbers are not correct. So it's a case of everyone just wants to get on and get going. So you're going to be the difficult one in that context, because you're going to say, pause, slow it down, let's check this first. So for a time, expect people to just kind of roll their eyes at you and be like, oh, come on, just, everyone's fine with it. Well, that doesn't mean it's correct, okay? And by the end of it, everyone's going to be thanking you, okay? They may say it, they may not, but everyone's going to be just thanking you for putting things on pause and reviewing the paperwork and the documentation, because things can go really wrong, okay? Like transferring a lot of money to the wrong account because no one bothered to check it, or paying the wrong person, or, you know what I mean? Not ticking a box because everyone's rushing, and then everyone's focused on doing the work. The work can be complete, but because that one box wasn't ticked, it's void, right? So the risks are there. So it's important to, and I just get this energy, slow it down, pay attention to the details, review things, right? Let's see what the book says. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race? Yes, we do. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, that's one way to put it, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. There's also a message, make sure you take breaks, okay? Going back to that obsession energy here, make sure you take breaks, make sure you keep things into balance, okay? But yeah, there's an energy here of bringing it back to the details, slowing it down, bringing it back to details, and making sure the details are correct, the details are in place, the foundation is solid and correct. But then also kind of catching yourself if you start to feel obsessive about it, which I can do, for example. So I don't know about you guys, but where you can start to obsess over it, right? So you've reached that point where everything's fine, everything's good. Now you can go back to higher level activities and actions, right? But then we get lost in, well, I wonder if I could make this better. I wonder if I could still like polish this up some more, right? So it's about finding that balance. And again, we also have the energy of slow it down, make sure everything's correct before you put everything you have in a situation, right? Make sure it's going to go in the right place. Fortune cookie message for the day. We have love life. Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. It could be affairs of the heart in the sense of love life and romantic situations, but it could also be things where you're emotionally invested, right? And so I feel like that's important, because when we're emotionally invested, we get attached to an outcome or a person or a situation turning out one way, right? And we can lose track and just obsessively focused on that one thing. But it's important to slow down and look at the details, right? Is that really what you want? Is that person really who you want? Is that situation really what you want? Because there can be a tendency of getting swept away in the details or the allure, the temptation of things. And we're just gunning for it. But then these are the types of situations that you are obsessed with something, you get it, and when you get it, you think, oh, well, that's not what I thought this was, right? But then all that time, all that energy wasted, right? So that's what this is about. And we have achievement. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it, although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. to maintain a balance between work and play. It's about health, right? Healthy decisions, healthy approaches, a focus on taking things in moderation or maintaining that balance, okay? But yeah, and remember, if this is external and someone else is being the difficult one in a situation, apparently, right? And they're going, no, let me just review this. And you're sitting there thinking, what's the big deal? Read through it, it's fine, right? Remember, we're coming up, especially during this time, because we're coming up during a Mercury retrograde. At the time I'm recording this, I think we're in the shadow period. So you may have easily missed something, all right? So with the devil there, this is telling you just take a breath, let people review what they need to review, okay? Because actually someone might catch something that everyone else missed, and I've seen it happen, right? So this is what I have for us today. Let me know how it resonated with the reading. If you do, I hope it helps you. Stay tuned for your weekly, and I'll see you really soon. Bye for now.